So hello students, my name is Dr. Yatanjeet Kaur and in this video we're going to discuss about prostate pathologies. So we're going to discuss about prostatitis. So what is this prostatitis? It is an inflammation of prostate gland and this prostatitis can be acute but this can be chronic. This can be acute as well as chronic. Now, अब ये प्रोस्टाइटिस होती कैसे है? दिस इज मेनली ड्यू टू एनी इन्फेक्शन लाइक क्लमीडिया, निजेरिया, इकोलाई. ये क्या करेंगे? इन्फेक्शन कॉज करेंगे जिसकी वजह से ये यहाँ पे क्या होगी? इन्फ्लामेशन हो जाएगी प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड्स की. सो अगर हम कॉजेज़ की बात करें प्रोस्टाइटिस के, सो क्लमीडिया इन्फेक्शन, Neisseria infection, E. coli infection, these all infection can cause this. Now, if we talk, this bacteria generally causes infection in a young patient. It causes infection in a young patient. But if we talk about the elderly patient, then what is the causes of that? So, in elderly patient, you're gonna see. So, E. coli also cause prostatitis in young as well as in elderly patient. Second, Pseudomonas. This cause prostatitis in elderly patient. Okay. Now, what are the clinical features you're gonna see? Clinical features. As this is an inflammation, so mainly due to bacteria, so you're gonna see fever, you're gonna see dysuria will be there, and the third one is generally the prostate becomes boggy. Okay, prostate is what? Boggy prostate. Now, how you gonna diagnose this condition? How you gonna diagnose prostatitis? So for the diagnosis, we generally do the urine culture. As it is an infection caused by bacteria, so we do what? We do urine culture as well as you have to do microscopic examination of this urine. Microscopic examination. Now remember one thing. There is no need to do biopsy. Here, biopsy is contraindicated in case of prostatitis. Okay. Now, how you gonna treat this? As it is a bacterial inflammation, so you need to give what? You need to give antibiotics to the patient. Antibiotics. Okay, antibiotic के साथ हम treat करेंगे. The next pathology of prostate is the BPH, benign prostate hypertrophy. Now, this disease is generally occur in elderly males. This occur in elderly males, जिनकी एज 60 से ऊपर होगी. More than 50 or 60, you can say. More than 50 years. तो उनमें आपको BPH देखने को मिलेगा. अब BPH में जनरली होता क्या है? What is the pathophysiology? See, this is testosterone. And generally in the prostate, we are having two cells. First cell is the stromal cell. And second one is the epithelial cell. Okay. So we have two type of cell in the prostate, stromal and the epithelial cells. This is what? This is a stromal cell I am drawing, and here there is a epithelial cell. So see, from this testosterone will come into the stromal cell. Now here there is a presence of one enzyme, that is 5-alpha reductase. 5-alpha reductase. This enzyme is only present in the stroma. This is absent in the epithelial cells. From here, this testosterone is gonna convert to DHT, that is dihydrotestosterone. This dihydrotestosterone from the stromal cell, it will go into the epithelial cells. Okay, and here in both these cells, nucleus is present. This is a nucleus, and here there is a nucleus in the epithelial cells. So from here, this androgen has arrived, and on the nucleus there are receptors for these androgens. And when they bind to the receptor, they will send signals, and there is a release of growth factor. Growth factor is released that will do what? That will do the cell proliferation. So this growth factor will act on the stromal cells or the epithelial cells, and hence you're gonna see more proliferation of the epithelial cells. And if there is a more epithelial cell proliferation, so what is gonna happen? See, this is a prostate, and here there is a urethra. Now, if there is a hyperproliferation of these epithelial cells, so finally this epithelial cells is gonna compress what? Urethra. So, you're gonna see urethral compression. Now, because of this urethral compression, what features you're gonna see? Because of this urethral compression, there is increase of frequency of urine. Because every time ये person washroom के लिए जा रहा है, अच्छे से is cut, repeat. Because every time this person goes for urination, तो proper urination इसको नहीं होता. That's why he used to go multiple times. So more frequency is there. Second, there is a difficulty in starting and stopping the micturition. Problem in starting and stopping of micturiation. Okay. Now, what are the complications occur because of this? Complication of BPH. So because of this, there is increased risk of infection. Now why there is increased risk of infection? Because जो urine है वो properly बाहर नहीं निकल रहा, तो उसकी accumulation हो रही है. There is a urine in accumulation, and in that urine bacteria can develop. So infection can occur. Second, you wanna see hydroureter. Hydroureter because of urine accumulation. Even this hydroureter can lead to hydronephrosis. Now see, this is I am drawing the kidneys. These are the kidneys. This is a ureter. Here is the bladder, urethra, and here the prostate gland is present. Now when this prostate gland hypertrophy is there, I told you there is a compression of the urethra. There is compression of urethra. When there is a urethral compression, here the urine is gonna accumulate, and here bacteria can come and can cause infection. This is the first we have discussed. Second is, when there is a more urine accumulation, so it can go to the ureters, and यहाँ पे ureters में now it starts accumulating, and the size of ureters is gonna increase because of this. We called it as a hydroureter. अब यहाँ से when अभी तक भी अगर इस पेशेंट ने ट्रीटमेंट नहीं कराया तो इट कैन गो टू द किडनी एंड किडनी में यूरिन का कलेक्शन हो जाएगा. सो यू गोना सी हाइड्रोनेफ्रोसिस. ओके, नाउ दीज आर द कॉम्प्लिकेशन दैट यू गोना सी हियर. नाउ how you gonna treat this patient? How you gonna treat this patient? For the treatment of BPH, generally we use certain drugs like tamsulosin. This tamsulosin, this is a selective alpha-1 blocker. This is selective alpha-1 blocker. What are other drugs that we can use here? That is, we can use finasteride. What is this finasteride? This will going to block 5-alpha reductase. If 5-alpha reductase is blocked, then यहाँ पे DHT नहीं बनेगा, then ये जाके सिग्नल नहीं देगा न्यूक्लियस को और ग्रोथ फैक्टर रिलीज नहीं होगा. हैंस देयर इज अ नो एपिथेलियल सेल proliferation. So we can use finasteride here. Now see, on a gross examination of this patient who is suffering from BPH, what you gonna see on gross examination, you can clearly appreciate the nodularity. There is a nodularity on gross examination, and on the microscopic examination, what you gonna find? You gonna find there is a hyperplasia of stromal cells or glands. There is hyperplasia of stromal cell and glands. Okay, so this is all about the BPH. Now we will discussing about carcinoma prostate. Carcinoma prostate. Generally, this carcinoma occurs in the elderly male. So what are the risk factor? First we will discuss that. Risk factor. Increased age increases the risk factor of prostate cancer. Second, if there is a more exposure to androgen, okay, if there is a androgen receptor mutation, or if there is a more exposure to androgen, then what is going to happen? There is a more proliferation of the cells, okay. Second is, third risk factor here is diet. If the person is taking more lipids in diet ना, lipids में एक chemical carcinogen present होता है that can cause what? Prostate cancer. This lipid is having what? Chemical carcinogen. And क्या नाम है इस chemical carcinogen का? That is PAH. This can cause prostate cancer. Now even certain genes are also involved in the prostate cancer. What gene? If there is a BRCA2 gene mutation, there is a MYC gene mutation, or you can say if this patient is having Lynch syndrome, then the chances of getting prostate cancer increases. You know Lynch syndrome क्या है? It is a cancerous syndrome where you're gonna see colon cancer, prostate cancer, breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and the colon cancer. This is a combination of cancer syndrome. Now what are the clinical features you gonna see here? Clinical features. So generally this patient is asymptomatic. Okay, because it is a slow growing process, so पहले कोई symptom नहीं आएंगे. Second, अगर कोई symptom आया भी तो most common symptom क्या होगा इस patient में? That is back pain. There is back pain or pelvic pain. Now see, we have already discussed this back pain and pelvic pain in case of multiple myeloma. Now how you going to differentiate this prostate cancer from multiple myeloma? multiple myeloma and prostate cancer. See, multiple myeloma में भी क्या है, back pain is there, and here in prostate also back pain is there. तो अभी आपके पास कोई पेशेंट आता है बैक पेन की कंप्लेन का, तो ज़रूरी तो नहीं कि उसमें इनमें से मल्टीपल माइलोमा है या प्रोस्टेट है, आप कैसे डिफ्रेंशिएट करोगे? सो फॉर दैट, सी, in case of multiple myeloma, here in multiple myeloma you gonna see osteolytic lesions, whereas in case of prostate cancer you gonna see osteoblastic lesions. This is what? This is osteoblastic. In case of multiple myeloma, you will see the serum alkaline phosphate level is normal. Serum alkaline phosphate level is normal, whereas in case of prostate cancer, the serum alkaline levels are increased. So in this way you can differentiate multiple myeloma from the prostate cancer. Now they can ask you about the spread of the cancer. So spread of the prostate cancer, generally this is having both lymphogenous as well as hematogenous spread. Lymphogenous as well as hematogenous स्प्रेड. हिमेटोजीनस, अगर जो प्रोस्टेट कैंसर का स्प्रेड अगर हिमेटोजीनस वे से हुआ तो यहाँ से फर्स्ट कैंसर कहाँ पे जाएगा? मोस्ट कॉमन ऑर्गन कौन सा होगा यहाँ पे? दैट इज बोन्स. बोन्स आर द मोस्ट कॉमन ऑर्गन इन्वॉल्व इन हिमेटोजीनस स्प्रेड. नाउ और कहाँ कहाँ जा सकता है? सी, lumbar spine, then it can spread to pelvic area, then it can spread to proximal femur. Okay, so in this way prostate cancer can do the metastasis. First it will involve lumbar spine, then pelvis, then proximal femur. And lumbar spine में कैसे जाएगा prostate cancer? लंबर स्पाइन में कैसे जाएगा? बाय द कट, रिपीट, वाया बैटसन्स प्लेक्सस. सो प्रोस्टेट कैंसर स्प्रेड टू लंबर स्पाइन वाया व्हाट? वाया बैटसन्स प्लेक्सस. Batson plexus क्या है? It is just a nerve plexus. Okay. Now, how you gonna diagnose this condition? So for the diagnosis, first what you can do? Obviously, you can check the prostate specific antigen. Now, what is the normal level of this prostate specific antigen? Normal is less than 4 nanogram per ml. If the value of PSA is less than 4, then it is a normal. But if the serum PSA levels increases more than 10 nanogram per ml, then it is a suggestive of cancer. This PSA, this prostate specific antigen, this is a sensitive marker. This is not specific marker. So write it. This is a sensitive but not specific. Okay. Now, generally this PSA has two types. What are those two types? One is the free PSA and other is the bound PSA. Free PSA and second one is the bound PSA. Bound PSA से क्या मतलब है? See, if this is a protein, this is a albumin, this prostate specific antigen is present with the bounded state, repeat, this prostate specific antigen is present in the bounded state with the albumin. So we called it as a bound PSA. And generally this bound PSA level is increased in case of cancer. In case of prostate cancer, you're gonna see the bounded PSA level is increased. If we talk about this free PSA means it is not bounded to any protein. So generally in case of BPH, you're gonna see the free PSA level is elevated. What are the markers here? See, the first marker is NKX31 marker. Okay. The second marker for the prostate cancer is a marker. This is what? This is alpha methyl acyl CoA racemase. So these are the markers. If they are elevated, then it is a suggestive of prostate cancer. Now, for definitive diagnosis, obviously you need to do biopsy. Okay? And this is what? Biopsy is a confirmatory test for the prostate cancer. Okay? Now, how you gonna treat this patient? So for the treatment, generally we do surgery. We do orchiectomy. Okay. Orchiectomy क्यों करेंगे? Due to एंड्रोजेंस, बिकॉज एंड्रोजेंस की वजह से ही प्रोस्टेट कैंसर हुआ है पेशेंट को. सो वी विल डू ऑर्किक्टोमी. और सेकेंडली यू कैन इवन गिव सम एंटी एंड्रोजेनिक थेरेपी. Even go with the anti-androgenic. So this is all about the prostate pathology. So thanks for watching the video.